You can spend a ton of time digging around trying to get an idea of what you're going to get for $6 to $8 million in the area, sorting through countless past sales to wrap your head around this market. But I doubt you want to burn your time like that. So today, I'm going to show you not only what you'll get in the 9 Connecticut Gold Coast towns in Lower Fairfield County, Connecticut, but I'll also show you where they typically sell so you don't buy the most expensive home in the neighborhood. And I'm going to give you a resource with the most up-to-date market data and listings in the $6 to $8 million price bracket. Let's go. Welcome to the channel. My name is Charlie Vinci. I'm a realtor in Lower Fairfield County, Connecticut. I can help you find a great home right here. I put together a special market report for each of the towns. You'll find the town-specific link on the screen and in the YouTube's description. Those reports are automatically updated with the latest market data and listing information on each town, as well as our raved about town-specific buyer's guides. Watch this video first and then go to the town-specific report to find your dream home. Today we're going to start in Greenwich. By far, you will have the most options in the $6 to $8 million price bracket in Greenwich. Its quick access to Manhattan and ultra-low property tax has attracted wealthy residents for more than a century and is reflected in the housing stock. About a third of the sales were concentrated in the waterfront neighborhoods south of I-95. In Riverside and Old Greenwich, the homes tended to be in the southern part of the peninsulas. Most waterfront sales had limited access by boat at all tides, but if you wanted good boat access, you'd be more likely to find it over 7 million. Keep in mind that photos are typically taken at high tide and there may be little to no water at low tide. Our Greenwich neighborhood tour will give you a good overview of the town, but if you're interested specifically in Riverside or Old Greenwich, we have neighborhood-specific tours for those. About 2/3 of the homes sold in Greenwich were inland, in the neighborhoods of Mid-Country and Back-Country, although the west side of Back-Country has historically been void of sales in this particular price bracket. If you choose to shop in Mid-Country or Back-Country, you're going to find that you typically get a more architecturally significant home and a larger lot. You will also start to see some stone houses in this price bracket, although it's likely that they need renovation. Hopping over to Darien now. There'll typically be a few home sales per year in the $6 to $8 million price range. All sales were near the coast, but not all were direct waterfront. You can get a better understanding of the waterfront neighborhoods in all of these towns by watching our waterfront tours. You can find it on our channel or shoot me a quick email at the email on the screen there, and I'll go ahead and send it to you. You will typically find Darien homes in this price bracket in the neighborhoods of Long Neck, on Contentment Island and Butler's Island in Tokenique, and in Norotan Neck, which is in the southern part of Norotan. One really good waterfront property sold on the tip of Long Neck Point. It had excellent access by boat with a dock and a waterfront pavilion, although the house did need some updating. If you choose to consider water view properties rather than waterfront, you'd find that they generally had a better finish quality with more architectural significance. Next, let's take a look at New Canaan. There will typically be about one sale per year in the $6 to $8 million price bracket, and because New Canaan doesn't have property on the Sound, the one or so sales per year is typically the most expensive sale for the year. You will find that all sales were north of town center, and they typically have very good finish quality and were architecturally significant. If you'd like to see if New Canaan's a fit for you, you'll find the New Canaan tour on our channel. Jumping over to Westport now. Westport typically has a few sales per year in the $6 to $8 million price bracket. If you were looking inland, they would typically sell in the northernmost part of the Coleytown neighborhood, although it's not unheard of for a home in this price bracket to sell inland in another neighborhood. If you're looking for waterfront, Westport has some great options. Past sales were along the coast in Saugatuck, Saugatuck Shore, and on Hall Island, which is west of Campo Beach. Most waterfront sales had good access by boat at all tides and or a beach. If being near the water but not waterfront is acceptable to you, you may also find some really spectacular properties north of Campo Beach and in Greens Farms. If you want to get a better understanding of the neighborhoods in Westport, check out our Westport neighborhood tour. Most properties in the $6 to $8 million bracket are going to sell in Greenwich, Darien, New Canaan, and Westport. However, if you really want a spectacular home for this price range, I'm guessing you're willing to look a little bit farther. So let me give you a couple more options. Considering Stamford now. While there is hardly ever a sale in Stamford in this price range, when something does sell, it's typically the best waterfront money can buy for $6 to $8 million here in the area. The tip of the Chapin Peninsula was one recent sale, and the property was simply breathtaking. Another option might be Norwalk. All recent sales in this price bracket were waterfront in the neighborhoods of Rowayton, Wilson Point, and to the northeast of Calf Pasture Beach in Shore Haven and Canfield Island. It's worth noting that one of the Norwalk Islands, Tavern Island, also sold in this price bracket. This is a rare find indeed. Now, what if you're willing to consider Fairfield? There may be some great options in Sasco, in the Beach neighborhood, and in Greenfield Hill. Sasco has breathtaking water views over the golf course that belongs to Fairfield Country Club, but Sasco homes aren't typically waterfront. If you want waterfront in Fairfield at this price, it's most likely that you will find it in the Beach neighborhood. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in the area, I'd like to work with you. While you're at it, head over to my website, grab one of the many maps, guides, or checklists that I've created for you. They will save you hundreds of hours of research and help you make a better decision for you and your family.